Hello everyone, it's Sean from Sean's Toy Room, and today I'm here to open up my first Star Trek figures. I usually open up Masters of the Universe, as you can see, and some Star Wars, as you can see on the top shelf of there. But today I will be opening up these 4 Star Trek figures. 2 new ones from Wrath of Khan and 2 older ones. One from the mid-90s and one from a few years ago. So I'll take a look at the first figure. Alright, so here we go. The first figure is Commander Spock from the motion picture. You can see the sticker there. And if we look at, oh, well, okay. So I was wrong. This is a mid-90s figure too. You can see 1995, and you can see all the figures here. Kirk, Spock. So it's of all the movies. I get it. Wonder why they didn't have the Refit Enterprise on the logo. Anyway, I'll start opening up the figure and we'll see what it looks like. Try to save the card back like I did once before. Well, many times before with the Motu Origins figures. Alright, so here's the cover. Like the Motu Origins figures, I think it was last week, it's hard to actually get the sticker off. So I am going to fix the camera first. There, I think that's a better camera angle to see everything. Oh yeah, there we go. I am going to put the sticker plastic part right here with the tape. So give me one moment to do that, and then we'll move on to looking at the figure itself. So, here's the card back. Here's the figure. Now I'm going to see if I can put the figure up against its card back and get a good separate picture. Alright, so there's the figure. There he is with the card back and his accessories. Now we take a look at what exactly those accessories are. So, first one is the Star Trek 1 tricorder, which for some reason won't be able to be held in his hand. His hand just isn't shaped right for that. You have the engineering tool, which he helped to bring it up to Warp 7. He's holding that in his right hand, as you can see there. You have his Vulcan ID Kolinahr necklace, which he did pick up. He retrieved from when the Vulcan Priestess dropped it, so he probably took it with him to the Enterprise. Then you have a section of the V'ger spacecraft, which you can see here. So that's actually the central section, as you can see in the picture. Good. All right. So that's Commander Spock. And now we move on to the 2 Wrath of Khan figures that I bought at Walmart last weekend. Ooh, that's not quite straight. There we go. So I'll open up Admiral Kirk first, and then I'll open up Captain Spock. So I'll be back with that. But let's take a look at Kirk to begin with. You have, so there's the front of him and his card. You see it has a new Star Trek Universe logo, which some of the new Star Trek models have. Again, TOS Enterprise up there when it really should be the Enterprise refit from Wrath of Khan. And look, no gold stripe on the uniform in the picture, but there is on the uniform. And you see how he's wearing the Admiral Cross there, but he's wearing the Captain's rank there. Interesting, isn't it? And here are the 3 figures you get from the movies and from Wrath of Khan, and of course Next Generation, and of course Star Trek Discovery. So I'll take the figure out and we'll see how much he can hold. Be right back. You know what they did with the bubble? They made it a half sphere or a half cylinder, almost like the rotating doorway in the radiation chamber. And you'll notice that Spock comes with the radiation gloves. That's a very neat callback to the figure there. Anyway, here is the card back. You can see that there. Guess I have to carefully remove the Kirk bag from here without tearing up the card back. Oh, good. It's a recent card back. I won't worry. There we go. All right. Get the tape off. There we are. Okay. Hey, look. That was always my complaint. That was always my complaint about the previous figures. You see how the hole for the foot is in precisely the middle of the stand, and I said, no, you've got to space out the peg so it is where the right foot would be, or the left, so that when the figure stands and is attached to the peg, he's going to stand centered on the stand. It only took them 25 years or more, but they finally got it right. So that's a relief. See, they're thinking. They're thinking. And of course, here's the Kirk figure himself out of his package. So I'm going to detach everything and we'll see how he looks. Be right back. All right, I'm back. So let me get some stuff out of the way here. All right, so we have Kirk and we have all his possessions, so to speak. There we go. So there is the card back of Kirk. Let's take the separate photo. And here's Kirk himself. Now, here's the good thing. His head turns. His elbows supposedly bend. Oh no. Are you telling me his elbows don't actually bend? Oh, wait, they do. Look. There you go. Good. Okay. Does his wrist turn? Oh my gosh, his wrist turns too. Excellent. So he's a lot like a Motu Origins figure in this case. Yeah, his wrist turns. Excellent. Okay. So that's good. How about his leg? Oh, look, look. Wow. So let me just test something. I'll be right back. This is a shelf that I'm going to start putting these Star Trek figures on because I don't have anywhere else to put them. So let's see here. Oh, blah. If they'd cut a slit in the uniform, he would be able to sit down properly. Because as you see, oh, come on, knee, bend. There you go. As you see, his knees do bend. You see? But because of the way everything's working, he doesn't sit entirely upright. However, let's see if he at least can stand upright. Because look, his ankles bend too, so they have given him all the articulation that a real person would have. And his feet even bend out a bit so he can stand a bit more stable. There. There! There you go. He's standing. He can stand on the shelf. That's perfect. All right, so let's see here. Ooh. Yeah, there. Let's put the phaser in one hand. I hope it fits, because he was right-handed when he fired the phaser. Turn the wrist. There you go. Just like, okay, good. What is this? Looks like the new tricorder. All right. And some kind of data pad. Let's see here. Give me a moment, I'll be back. That's ingenious. You can wrap the tricorder around his wrist. Seems a bit blurry here. 1 minute. That's a bit better. You can wrap the tricorder around his wrist and you can hold his data pad. So we'll see how we get him against his background. That was a bit of a flaw. He kind of fell over when he was trying to stand. Let's try that again. See, he has a tendency to lean. He has a tendency to lean on his stand. But the good thing is you don't have to worry. All right, there we are. There's the photo. There he is on his stand. He's relatively stable. That's good. So now we'll move on to Captain Spock. I got Spock out, as you see. Again, that half bubble, which actually does stand up. And look, even this is a half cylinder. So I'm going to try to stand Spock in there. Here's his, again, left foot stand again, but he should be able to stand without the stand. That's a pun without even knowing it. Anyway, same card back, same card front, but at least they got it right. Captain Spock this time. So I will take everything out and we'll see how it goes. And see if the gloves fit over his hands too. All right, so I have Spock out of here, which is his sign off, or anyone's sign off when they're doing things. So let me see if I can get him standing correctly so that he can actually stay upright. There. Now, put him in the radiation circle, just like he was in Wrath of Khan. You got to get that photo. But of course, you're also going to have to put the gloves on him. You can see the gloves here. So that glove should cover up you see how it will go around the saluting hand. Now, I don't know why he's pointing. No, that is his left hand. I don't know why he's pointing. I don't know what he's pointing at. I have a theory, though. I have a theory. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. It appears my theory was incorrect. I was thinking that somewhere on my VHS copy of Wrath of Khan that he was actually pointing at something, but you can see he isn't. He's just standing beside Kirk. Even here, he's just meditating. All right. But yes, I've had this tape since 1989, Christmas of 1989. And I made sure to keep it in very good shape since those 25 years. All right, so I will, let's see here. Oh, he has the same tricorder he did in Star Trek 1, which is interesting because look at Kirk's tricorder. That is clearly the Star Trek 2 tricorder. Focus. Focus. All right, press the other button. There. Kirk keeps falling over on his stand, so actually, and his tricorder fell out of his grip too. So actually, he's going to stand here. Don't know why I thought. There. Don't have his phaser fall out. He's got to be holding something. There. There you go. There is Admiral Kirk standing. Let's take it down to 1x view again. There we are. All right. So now we'll see if Spock can stand the same way. All right, there's the Spock card back. This is Kirk's. There we go. Oh, yeah. Don't get the parts confused now. And let's see. Does Spock stand on his base, or is he better like Kirk to stand off of it? Yeah, probably better to stand off of it. All right, so I'm going to put his gloves on and put him in his radiation bubble. Well, in this case, it works better for Spock because actually he's able to stand better on his base than Kirk does. And let's see if with his gloves he can actually stand properly on the base inside the radiation bubble to simulate the scene in Star Trek II. There you go. There's the Star Trek II scene. So now that we've got Spock taken care of, and I found my little Ziploc bags in which I'll put their respective accessories, it's time to move on to the Generations Captain Kirk. Now I have two Star Trek Generations Captain Kirks. One that is mistakenly labeled as Admiral James T. Kirk, even though he's not wearing Admiral stripe. So I might see if I can take off that sticker and actually put it on there. And then you look at the back and you see it says, well, I think it is a copyright date still, 94. You can see all the figures here, right? Including their new Generations uniforms. Now, speaking of the new Generation uniform, Commander Data on his base with a new Generations uniform. See? Right there. There he is. And you can tell because the neckline is different. You see how it has a colored neckline, and the rank insignia is integrated onto that fold-over section, much like the Star Trek II uniform. And you can see the comparison with his Next Generation look here. See? There you are. Yeah, so that's a neat aside, and we'll open up Admiral Captain Kirk and keep the pristine one in its bubble. Good thing is, it was just as pristine as the outer yellow bubble. All right, I'm back. Now, you got the empty card back. You got the Admiral Kirk figure off of there because you got the sticker in the right spot. See? That's how it should be. Remember, at that time, he was not the captain of the Enterprise in Star Trek II. And, of course, you got the Kirk figure here and the Generations mini poster. So let's see what that looks like. Never actually seen this before. 1994 Playmates. Now that's a bit of a misnomer because the Enterprise was never saw the Nexus while it was in orbit. If anything, they should have the Enterprise be approaching that. Going to take Spock out of his bubble here. Put the poster up against the card back. All right. So we take Kirk out of his bubble. Well, that was easy. Comm badge came out. Okay, the communicator. All right. Let's see here. Communicator. There we are. Phaser in the Star Trek VI styling. That's good. It's very good. And of course, he looks like he's wearing what? A tricorder around his neck? Just give me a moment to get that out. All right, get the picture before he falls over. Again, he has a stand that has the foot peg in the center. All right. So that is the four... Ooh, let me get back a bit so I can get them all in view. There are the 4 Star Trek figures with their accessories and their card backs. So that will probably be the thumbnail for this video. I'll make sure to put all their accessories in their card backs now. I mean, put their accessories in the properly sized Ziploc bags. Start with the small Ziploc bags, like this. That should be enough for Spock, I think. So I'll put those in and I'll be back. All right, so here's the final display. Keep in mind that the Commander Spock figure could not stand without his stand, even though his legs bent. But Captain Kirk could. That's the photo. Just give me 1 second. All right, the biggest piece of cardboard I could get to create a proper background for the photo, which I can then crop. So there we are. That is the end for this video of the 4 Star Trek figures. Call this Unboxing Star Trek Figures Part 1. That's probably what it'll end up being called. So I'll post that video tonight on Sean's Toy Room and talk to you all later. Bye-bye.